May I have your attention, please, customers traveling
So we are doing a Monuments by Moonlight Tour, and because parking downtown is insane and we have a really big truck, we are taking public transportation. We're taking Metro. I've never taken the Metro before. It's pretty empty and chill so far. So we have one connection. We're taking the green line to the red line. Red line, and that ends at Union Station, right? Union Station. Let's go.
Doors opening, step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car.
Yeah, but I feel like one.
Anybody want to sit in there?
They call me Hollywood, and I will be your guide for the next 2.5 hours or so, give or take a little bit. As we leave, they want me to lay down trolley law.
Hey, sorry.
5 rules we try to follow so that everybody leaves. Catholic fathers were creating a new government for this place, and they planned on it being run by a Congress with one house, a House of Representatives. One house had gotten through the revolution. They weren't going to mess with success. Try to make a new country are the ones who showed up. Don't forget, if the revolution had failed, everyone in that Congress, John Hancock, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Rutledge, all would have been hung. Instead of calling them giants, we would have thought of them as losers. Lucky for them, the revolution succeeded. Now in front of us. Now we're doing a nice slow roll across the top of Capitol Hill. You're going to get plenty of Capitol on the right side, and to the left you get the Supreme Court, followed by the Library of Congress. The court and the library used to be in the Capitol building. The library got so big, they had to move it into that thing across the street in the 1890s. The court's story is a little different. What is the Supreme Court's job? Anyone? That's a recipe for trouble. So he led the effort to get this built on the left side. Opened in 1935. The philosophy they're supposed to live up to is actually written in stone on this thing over here. Thank you. 3 years ago, I got silence on that for like 10 seconds. And then someone said, John F. Kennedy? I was like, man, oh man, can't think of it.
Oh, it's pretty.
So on the left, maps, photos, pieces of sheet music, If you can print it, they've got it. They get 12,000 new items every week. Why do we have a massive library like this? Because we elect people to Congress from all walks of life. This Congress has a bartender, a plumber, a farmer, an accountant, a lawyer, a lawyer, a lawyer, a lawyer, a lawyer, a lawyer. And now we're driving. Oh, wow. Okay, anyway, I said that in a second. We're driving back to this building because it's my favorite building in the city and I'm the one driving. I want to wow because the House is in session. We can tell from out here, above each wing, Senate on the left, House on the right, there's a flagpole, and whenever they're in session, the American flag goes up that pole and stays up until the session's closed. Okay. By Civil War veterans. That is grief crying on the shoulder of history. And this guy on the right looks kind of like John Favreau to me. I loved Iron Man's. We'll chip in. The Smithsonian said, fine, let's do it. And they're now the biggest museum complex in the world. They've got 21 buildings, 2 in New York City. The movement to the left, and you can just see a streak of light above the trees. On the left is where we're going. That is the Iwo Jima statue on top of the United States Marine Corps Memorial. For those who don't know, the Marine Corps was founded November 10th, 17. The British fought the Japanese in Burma. The Australians and New Zealanders fought the Japanese in New Guinea. The U.S. Marines took on the Japanese on island after island after island, pointed in a straight line toward Japan. Prepare. We believe if you die in combat, it's an honor and you go straight to heaven. They don't believe that. The way to get them out of this war is to kill as many of them as we can any way we can. That from cave to cave to cave. Even though they did it methodically, they missed 3 soldiers. 2 together, 1 alone. Those 3 would come out at night.
That's the reflection pond, but she's empty. The states at the top. It's kind of cool. And we're at the top. And very echoey. Symbolize America's industrial and agricultural might.
Dark panels on the way in to take the whole front in specific battles. And at the back, that's a wall of gold stars. 1 star for every 100 American dead, 4,048 stars total. What are you doing there for each dead? Only one to have never lived in the White House. George Washington. That house was not ready to live in until 6 weeks after he passed away. Now, when that house was finished, the founders debated.